welcome to this new speed build in The Sims 4. And today I'm building a family house which is actually inspired from a 50s house, or actually a picture of a 50s house that I've seen on Google, and I will try to remember and put a picture right now on the screen so that you can see from where I got the inspiration from. And even though this is inspired from a 50s house, this house has nothing from the 50s. Like, for example, there is a big flat screen TV in the living room, and I'm pretty sure that in the 50s that wasn't a thing. So I didn't want to go for a complete 50s inspired house, but just for something, you know, a house that maybe has been existing since the 50s, but has been renovated throughout the years, and maybe now it's for a family. And even though this is for a family, I didn't do any children bedroom because I had in mind my current household. And, you know, there's no real children bedroom, but I guess you can actually decorate or personalize the bedrooms as you wish, because there is not a lot of decorative items actually in the bedrooms, except in one, but I just went crazy with this one, and I'm just going to talk to you about this one whenever we're going to go and work with this one. And I'm going to sneeze. Oh, no, I'm fine. I don't know if I'm fine or not. I'm so sorry. I'm actually having crazy allergies this year. Usually I don't get allergic that often. I mean, I'm not really that sensible. I don't know. I don't know. Usually I'm not really that allergic, especially to the flower thing that, you know, fly in the air. I'm not really that allergic like that. My boyfriend is, though. And I'm actually the kind of person that's gonna get sick or get a cold when nobody does. And this year I thought this was what was happening, until my boyfriend told me, well, you're actually having an allergy. And I'm having an allergy, like crazy allergy. I'm just not used to that, you know. I'm barely sick, barely sick, you know. And this year is just awful. I've been sneezing like crazy, and this moment right now is actually when my nose is the most calm, you know. It's not itching like crazy. It's calm, but yet again, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze at any moment. So if I ever sneeze or anything like that, I'm just really sorry about that, and I want to apologize in advance. But I can't control it, and I just want to cut off my nose from my face and put it back whenever it's better and healed. But anyway, so for this house, as you can see, it's quite boxy, and at first I felt kind of weird to not have any windows coming out from the roof from the front of the house, and that you could actually see those windows at the back. But this was actually how my childhood house was, and for some reason when I was young this never really bothered me. But in The Sims, I feel like you really need to do a really good looking house. You cannot do a box, otherwise it doesn't really look that great. But for this house I decided to go for it and try something like that. First of all, because this was how it was in the picture that I've seen, but also because this was the type of house that I grew up in, and I have really nice memories in this house. Even though this house is inspired from this 50s house and also in a way my childhood house, the floor plan has nothing to do with both of them. I just went with what I wanted to go for, and it was really crazy, really easy. Sorry, wow, that was hard. Anyway, it was really easy for me to come up with a floor plan with this house. For some reason it just came along really easily. Also, as you may have seen, I cut off a huge part of the build because it was basically just me trying out to place all of the plants in the garden. And recently I've been trying to not do something too crazy, because usually when I do the landscaping, I think, you know, you don't control where the seeds come and grow in your garden. You don't really choose that, you just go with it. But recently I've been thinking a bit more simply that maybe people are actually working on their garden and they want to work with a type of flower, with a type of colors of flowers or things like that. And I literally spent, I think, an hour just trying to figure out the garden in the front, and I think if I hadn't cut that off, the video would have been 40 minutes long, and it would have been just me trying to place plants here and there and everywhere. So I decided to cut that, and also I worked for a very long time on the path that comes from the road to the front of the house, or actually the front door, because I wanted for it to be kind of round. And this is not something that I usually do because it's hard, and I don't know, I'm never happy with what I've done. And today, with this house, I'm actually really happy. I really like how it looks. And yeah, I'm just really happy with how this house turned out. You know, it's a really simple house, but on the other hand, it's really cool. And of course, as you can guess, I was thinking about seasons, and this is actually why I placed a pool. Not for summer or anything, it was because I was thinking about the greenhouse, and I thought that this house would be great to have a greenhouse, but we don't have those now, so I decided to place a pool instead. And I'm actually wondering if we're going to have new outdoor plants. I'm pretty sure that we're going to have new decorative plants, but I don't know if we're going to have new outdoorsy type of plants. I didn't see any in the trailers. I've only seen the plants that we have with the base game, but I didn't see anything new. So I don't know if you're going to get something new. I would like to, hopefully, maybe. I don't know. Also, for the front of the pool here, I was actually bothered by this kind of empty place because I would have liked to place lounge chair. This is actually something that I would love to see in The Sims 4. These are lounge chairs, and also the possibility for our Sims to relax on the bed. This was something that we could do in The Sims 2 and The Sims 3, and I just really liked for my Sims to do that because this is something that I like to do myself, and I was kind of disappointed to not see that back in The Sims 4. But I'm really hoping that at some point we're going to have an update or something like that, and we will be able to have lounge chair and also being able to relax on the bed and have more interactions in the bed, and also see the Sims move around during the night in their beds. This was something that I really liked. It's just a small detail, but I really enjoy that. Anyway, so right now I'm working still on I'm placing the doors, just figuring out what to change in the floor plan, but as you can see, I'm not going to change a lot in here. And oh, I'm actually working already on the interior of the house. Well, I'm just not aware of what I've done in my speed build. That's great. Anyway, I thought that I would have enough time to talk about this little space, you know, this little area just beside what's going to be next, the dining area, with, you know, this kind of dining space outside. I had just so much fun placing those kind of open walls, you know, the separating thing that came with City Living, I think. I just loved doing this kind of little outhouse where you can have a barbecue or something, or eat here when it's really, or actually too warm, too hot in the summer. You'd like to go in there and have a little bit of I don't know, lemonade or something like that, and you like, you know, you like relaxing and cooling down in this kind of shadowy area, because I don't think the sun ever goes into this little area, and I don't know, for me it looked really summery, where you could really relax when it's too warm outside but too warm inside as well, and this is the only place that you feel great. And anyway, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because I was just so proud of this little area, but I just talked about something over it. Anyway, so now I'm actually working on the interior and furnishing the living and dining area, and I first for some reason struggled a bit to figure out how to place the different rooms in a way, because I wanted to place a fireplace, since, you know, in seasons this is going to have a huge impact on the warmth of your house. So I really wanted to place a fireplace, but I struggled with the bookshelf because I liked where the bookshelf was, but I didn't feel good placing a couch just in front of this bookshelf, and I don't know, I struggled until I realized that I could actually do something like that, and I was afraid that this square coffee table wouldn't work. But it works, and I'm just so happy with how the interior of this house turns out. So it's really earthy colors. You know, I used a lot of beige, a lot of browns, and I wanted to contrast with those kind of dark and earthy colors with the bright green on the walls. And I just really like how it looks, and I'm just really happy with the interior of this house. It's really simple, and I don't know, I was just so happy with that, and this actually gave me the idea and the inspiration to work on a base game house, which I actually started working on today. And to be honest, I struggled a lot with this house, but I'm not going to talk too much over that in this video. I'm going to talk over that on the other video, which hopefully is going to go up next week, before seasons. But also, I have a couple of other builds that I've started working on, but I've stopped them. They are on a break in a way, because I'm just waiting for seasons for them. I've been having so much inspiration since seasons was announced with builds. You know, you go through those different periods of time when you don't really have that much inspiration. You have ideas, but you don't have the inspiration to recreate those in The Sims. And then you have this wave of inspiration, and it's oh, it's overwhelming and you don't know where to start, you don't know what to do, you just know that you want to do them. So this is pretty much what's happening right now with me. And I have so many ideas, but all those ideas involve seasons, so I just have to wait for seasons, and I had to find houses that I could work on right now so that I could just share a little bit of the inspiration that I've been having right now with you guys. So yeah, in this house, I felt so good just furnishing and building this house because I've been wanting to have seasons right now in my game and work with all of the new items we were gonna have. But I also wanted to enjoy all of the items that we already have in the game in this house. It was a huge relief to just be able to work on this house, so yeah. Right now I'm working on the kitchen, and with the kitchen I really had in mind the 50s idea. Because as I said, I think I said it, this house, for me it was built in the 50s and then it was just passed on to different families throughout the years, and now of course we are in the 2010s, and basically this house has been renovated in the inside so many times, but the kitchen just kept this kind of 50s feel in it. And I think I talked about this in another video, but in the 50s it was the time when the island in the kitchen was actually in a way invented and were placed in a lot of houses. And this is why I decided to place this kind of breakfast nook, or at least I was imagining the family living in this house, having breakfast just quickly before leaving for work or going to school into this little breakfast nook area. And I just really liked that idea. And this way, you know, it wasn't like the kitchen was really open with counters all around the kitchen, because I really don't like that. It doesn't really look realistic for me. So yeah, I just really like this kind of breakfast area, and it looks a bit more realistic, I feel. Also, I don't know if I talked about this, but for this house I was actually imagining my current household living in here. But now I'm not so sure for them to move in here because I don't know, I don't feel like this house actually really suits them that much. Oh, and also I've placed pet bowls, but I didn't place any pet beds, but first of all it's because I forgot to put them, but also I don't feel like those pet beds are really that comfortable for the pets, and I'd rather for my pets to sleep on couches and beds instead of sleeping on those pet beds, so I don't really feel that bad to not have placed any pet beds in this house. But anyway, so yeah, I was imagining my current household living in this house. Especially for the bedrooms. I was really thinking about my current household in this house, and even though you're gonna see that in just a second, the bedrooms, they're not really that detailed, except the one that we're going to work on just after we're done with the entrance room. And see, I've placed the little letters that we've got with City Living right there. Since I've discovered them, I just want to use them everywhere. But yeah, the room that I'm going to work after this one is going to be the most detailed bedroom. And this is actually a guest bedroom, you know, it's not really the bedroom where anyone sleeps, it's just here just in case we have some friends and guests over. But otherwise, it's never really used except maybe for an office, because I'm actually also going to be placing an office in here. But this is the most detailed bedroom of this house. Then the two bedrooms that are upstairs, I didn't go too overwhelmed with the clutter items and the details. And I was actually thinking about my current household, and my current household, they actually don't really spend that much time in their bedrooms. Especially Caleb, because if you don't know, I'm actually trying to do an alphabetical legacy, and I've been playing with the family for 7 months. And I'm right now on the 4th generation, and I'm actually on the C generation, and my sim, Caleb, he has one of the new aspirations that came with Jungle Adventure. So I've placed an archaeology table in his bedroom, but I didn't really place a lot of decorative items in his bedroom because, as you can guess, he's really active and he's outside a lot, so he doesn't really spend that much time in his bedroom. And Bailey, his mother, she doesn't spend that much time as well in her bedroom. She's more often on the computer, which is not in her bedroom, or she's outside trying to get followers and subscribers because they live in the city. And as I said, I wanted maybe for them to move into this house. But I don't know, I don't see Bailey leaving the city, you know, she loves living in the city and she doesn't want to go away from some of my Shunos, so after reflection, after thinking about it, I don't think that I'm going to have them move into this house. But so that you know, I actually was thinking about them for this house. So yeah, I actually had a lot of fun furnishing the bedroom the guest bedroom, because it's so different, you know, usually you have a study or an office, and then you have the guest bedroom, but this time I decided to mix both of them together. And it was also because when I placed the first time a bed into this bedroom, I realized how huge this room was, and I thought, oh my god, I cannot make a bedroom that big. So this is why I decided to make an office area, but you know, there was this separating thing, you know, in the bedroom, so that's fine. So now I'm working on what I was imagining would be Caleb's bedroom. So there is no real children bedrooms in this house. There is no toddler bedroom as well. There is only 3 bedrooms with 3 double beds. But I guess, you know, as I said, I didn't go too overwhelmed with the decorative items. You can personalize really easily those bedrooms. And usually I feel in a way kind of bad to not have a lot of inspiration or a lot of decorative items in bedrooms. But on the other hand, I don't know, it's if anyone wants to download a bedroom or a house rather, they want to be able to personalize the bedroom for their Sims easily, you know, not have to delete everything. But on the other hand, they maybe don't really want to have to decorate everything and put a lot of decorative items everywhere. So I just go for a theme and an idea in a bedroom, but I don't go too overwhelmed with the decorative items. I don't go with personal stuff for my Sims, you know, so it's really easy and simple. Especially with Caleb's bedroom. Sorry, my nose just got in the way. Those allergies. I swear, I'm actually struggling right now. One of my eye is crying, but I'm not sad. It's awful. I'm sorry if this is disgusting. You know, it's just a tear. It's okay. I'm not sad. Anyway, now we're working on Bailey's bedroom. And now that I look at it, this wallpaper is awful with this floor. Ooh. Well then, that's okay. You know, Bailey, she's not really into design, so maybe she was the one choosing this wallpaper, I don't know. But I've placed this vanity table, even though Bailey, she never uses that. I don't know why I've placed this here. I mean, she has one in her bedroom, in her apartment, but she never uses that. So I don't know why I've done that, but that's okay. And yeah, this bedroom is really, really empty, as you can see. There's not a lot of decorative items. There are just the bare necessities in this bedroom. A bed and a dresser, and that's it. And here I'm working on the upstairs bathroom, which I actually would have liked to have bigger, but I don't know, it was weird with the roof, and I wanted to have some space in the kind of corridor there is between the 2 bedrooms. So this bathroom is actually really small, but that's fine, you know, at least they have a toilet, a shower, they have everything they need. And here I'm just going back into the garden so that I can place a few plants here and there. But I'm actually going to leave you here, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. There is a link in the description for you to download this house on the gallery. And yeah, I will talk to you in my next video.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful.